This is the home of Nugent Cycling, my garage. After being a bike shop owner, president, VPs of sales, marketing, and purchasing in multiple bike-related companies, and a full-time marketing consultant to Lee Iacocca on his e-bike project, my favorite business is in my garage. I was the first to set up high-end wheel building in Taiwan around the turn of the century. Now I sell 500 or 600 sets a year, and I'm happy with that. Actually, building wheels is a reward. For all of you YouTube viewers, I have a special 15% off sale for all new products on my website. The coupon code is SPRING23, which you put in the coupon code field at checkout. The sale ends Thursday, the 23rd, 2023. Shipping in the continental US is free. Truing a wheel is not hard unless you don't know how to do it, but there are specific steps to follow to get good results. Say you get back from a ride and notice the rear wheel is rubbing on the brake pad or the rear rim. Start out using only non-drive side spokes. I always stress this. Do whatever you can with the non-drive side spokes for any lateral adjustment. If the rim is rubbing on the non-drive side brake pad, loosen the nipple. If possible, you do not want to adjust the drive side nipples because they are under higher tension and it might be difficult or impossible to adjust that nipple. For small adjustments, there is no need to remove the tire and tube. If the above doesn't work or things start to get out of control, it's best to remove the wheel and take off the tire and tube. If you don't have a truing stand, you can adjust the wheel while it's in the frame by using a tie wrap as an indicator for trueness. I will show you on a truing stand because it's easier to see. The first thing I would do is assess the damage. How bad is it, and how much out of true laterally and radial is it? If the drive side nipples are hard to turn, there are a few options. One is to use a penetrating lubricant, and the other, which is quick and more effective, is to use heat. A heat gun, hair dryer, soldering iron, whatever you have. Aluminum expands 40% more than steel, so even if the spokes get hot, an aluminum nipple will still get looser or loosen with heat. If the radial runout is not bad, I would not mess with it. I would want to fix it if it's above, I'd say 1 millimeter, but that's a judgment call. If you have to adjust just the lateral runout, I would see how much I could do it with the left non-drive side spokes, which I say all along. If you can't use both sides, being aware the drive side is more difficult to deal with. Now let's assume you are replacing a spoke. Remove the spoke, and without adjusting any other spoke, put the new spoke in and bring it to the tension that gives you a good lateral runout. That normally works. You may have to do minor adjustments on some other spokes too. Let's assume the worst. Both the lateral and radial runout are way off. I always loosen all the spokes and start from scratch. Many times you will find that the drive side nipples are impossible to loosen and you might have to cut those spokes out. If you cut out spokes, always try to get at least one to measure. I've covered wheel building in another video, but the link is below, but I will do an abbreviated version here. Remember that to tighten the nipple, you turn it clockwise on the spokes. Some people get that wrong because when you are looking down from the inside of the wheel, it appears you are doing the opposite. Just think of threading the nipple onto the spoke in a clockwise direction. With the spokes loose, tighten the nipples until you've covered all the threads. You want to do this just to get as close to possible and effectively the same length. Again, do each side separately, left and then right. Now the trick is to get each side under a small amount of tension. Proceed slowly and do one side at a time. Pluck the spokes to see if they are under tension. Try and get the lateral runout to about 1/8 of an inch or less. Now you do the radial run out. Get it as good as you can. On a new wheel, I shoot for 5/1000ths of an inch, but that is unrealistic without a dial indicator and experience. This is the last time you will deal with the radial run out. Note you are doing this all at very low tension. Next, work on the lateral adjustment. It does not have to be centered at this point. Just get it straight laterally. When you get to this point, all of your real truing is done. You've gotten the radial run out, you've gotten the lateral. Now all you have to do is bring the whole wheel up to tension. If you don't have a tensiometer, the method I would use is a little bit different. With the spokes under minimum tension, first give the non-drive side spokes 2 full nipple turns. If the spokes are on a little bit more than minimal tension, start with 1 turn on the non-drive side. Next, tension the drive side spokes until the rim is centered. If they get so tight they are hard to turn, loosen the non-drive spokes, 1/4 turn or 1/2 turn, and then try it again. Touch up the final lateral adjustment using only the non-drive side spokes. That's it. You're done. Thanks for watching.